Hello everyone, welcome to our week 4 Out and About, where we learn more about the science, technology, engineering and math that's happening around us in Elkhart County. This week we've been learning about the tiny living things that are present all around us, microbes. We've learned that some microbes are helpful, such as yeast in our bread or bacteria that creates our yogurt. But also we've been learning how some are harmful, such as E. coli that can cause food poisoning, or the COVID-19 virus. We've also learned that microbes need a very specific set of conditions to grow, and how most microbes can be killed by extreme temperatures, specific cleaning products, and how washing your hands is super important and can keep harmful microbes at bay. At home and in the restaurant industry, keeping up good food safety practices can be the difference between enjoying a great meal or being really sick. We chat with local restaurateur Cristy Eldridge, owner of Sports Time Family Pub and Grill, about the importance of food safety and hand washing in the food business.
Hi everybody, we're here with the Queen on 17, Cristy Eldridge, owner of Sports Time Bar and Grill. We're going to do a few questions about bacteria and microbes and the safety of keeping everything clean in a restaurant. So, Cristy, can you tell us a little bit background about yourself and how you got into the restaurant business?
Okay, well, good morning as well. And the background of developing this restaurant, Sports Time, pretty much came from my husband and I built the Elkhart Sports Center down here, so we were involved. We are a very sporty family, and we know all of the safety precautions, obviously, for athletes that you need to take, nutrition and health-wise. So we had an opportunity to get involved with the restaurant here several years into the Sports Center. So it just pretty much evolved into a family atmosphere, bringing kids and families and teams from the Sports Center down here. My background has always been in relationship building, so it kind of came twofold, and here we are today. There's a lot of in between the lines there that happened, but the restaurant was really something I was very passionate about from the beginning, and we struggled in the early years just because of the up and down economy here in Elkhart. But you know, we persevered and we stuck to it. I'm a little Italian girl that if they tell me I can't do it, that's fuel to my fire.
Yep.
So, you know, we were able to accomplish a lot with a great team. It's all about the people you surround yourself with, and we've got the best. So I'm very fortunate that way. I do have a sales background even prior to Sports Center days. So I love to develop things. So
That's good.
That's
Yes.
kind of it in a nutshell.
Awesome.
Okay, so do you guys, we're going to get into the cleanliness and safety of food and everything. Do you guys have to cook and store your foods at certain temperatures to make sure the bad bacteria doesn't come in harm of the people and your customers?
Absolutely. One thing I do want to mention, maybe before we get into that, is, you know, the restaurant world, we've had a rough, last year and a half, up and down. What I think people don't realize is that a lot of the safety precautions that have been being done have already been done prior COVID.
Yeah.
You know, we sanitize, temperatures are utmost important. Cleanliness of your restaurant in general, the hand washing, the glove using, those things aren't new to us. And I think a lot of people really took that to heart, that, oh, now they have to. No, we've always done. So I'm very proud about that. We have health inspections every 6 months.
Wow.
Our health department, our Elkhart County Health Department is amazing. They do an outstanding job at making sure the places you dine are complying with what needs to be done. And I'm always very proud when they come, because, there are obviously several things that are critical.
Yes.
And we take that serious here, as well as other restaurants. I know that. We welcome them, and if there is something that we need to do differently, we do. We take that, again, we take that serious. So talking about temperatures, that is one of the most important things. We do a lot of fresh food here, so the cleanliness of that. We do a lot of local produce, so the washing of, that. Because there's no pesticides used, and that's a good thing. But yet you also need to make sure that before it's going from there to your table, it's very clean.
Like those steps,
Right. There's a lot of steps involved, and I don't want to go on it. I'd be another half hour with all the steps, but we take that, and again, you do what is necessary for it to be exactly at the right temperature and the right cleanliness of the food. And we, like I said, we do a lot of fresh food. We roast our own meats here, so temperature, it doesn't come in already done.
Great.
Yeah, the temperature is important, and that is, but you also mentioned storing. We don't store a lot because we're doing these things every day. And we are busy. Fortunately, we're very busy, so we're moving the food. It's not being stored for very long.
Which is great.
Which is great for us, yes, and everyone else.
Have any tips for people at home keeping food, food safety at home, maybe in the kitchen?
I would say that one thing that's lacking at home is the temperature. We tend to think that everything's okay when you buy it at the store. We put a lot of trust and faith in that. And I don't want to take away from that, but a double checking is always something that would benefit the home, the home kitchen. Making sure your temperatures are right, even in your refrigerator. There's a dial for cold or warm, and sometimes you're not sure. Get the thermometer, get the temperature. It just hangs in your kitchen. It hangs in your refrigerator, or you temp your meat when you cook it. I don't think we do that enough at home. And again, like Lauren mentioned, the temperatures are very key. Very key. Storage in your refrigerator, clean it out. How many people have things in there that aren't labeled? Labeling is also, we didn't mention that. That is something also very, very important in labeling and dating. Dating, when did you put it in there? What is it? And when did you put it in there? We do that here, even though we go through our food, like I mentioned, very rapidly.
It's still important.
It's still important. You might have a dessert in there, and the dessert might have things in it that shouldn't last more than a week, and you don't have a date on it. You don't realize it's been over a week. I mean, there's just a lot of those little things, very, very important, that you label, you date, you temp.
Oh,
those are my recommendations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So what types of products, you're talking about keeping the restaurant clean through COVID and even before COVID, because that's the safety of everyone, not just you and the restaurant, but everybody else. What type of products, like cleaning products, do you guys use to wipe down tables, seats, menus? What do you guys do for that?
Well, we did install something, that we didn't have before, which I'm very happy about. Several things. But the hand sanitizing, that's just something that's going to stay forever.
Yeah.
And so when people walk in the front door, as you saw, you can wash your hands. We have them all over the place. As every door, including the back door, in the kitchen, in the bar area, in the dining room, we probably have about 6 or 7. We got several of our products from Crest, which is a local company, and we're very proud to be able to support local here. They support us, and so it like I said earlier, it's a very good, strong, supportive community that we live in.
Oh yeah.
So we're doing that, as well as the spray, the sanitizer on all the tables, as well as the menus, and our menus are wipeable. We don't have throwaway menus like some places, but we have they're coated to where they clean very well.
Good.
And I have hostesses and servers and everyone else here that takes it as serious as I do. So they're always sanitizing. So much, a note that we had to get new menus because it was wearing off the print.
I did see that one.
They do it so much. So we did just get new menus. But we try to buy as local as we can. Troyer Foods out of Goshen.
Oh, yeah.
They're a huge supplier for us. Cisco Foods out of Grand Rapids. We get all of our cleaning products from these places.
That's great.
And it all works.
A good thing that I've learned is like you got to give support to get support,
Absolutely.
which is really I think is a great thing that we do in this county and even the surrounding counties that we all support each other.
We do,
and they support back.
You know, so much. In addition to that, the support that we received through the shutdown of carry out. I mean, we didn't close. We stayed open 7 days a week through that entire time. And it was evident that our family, our customers, they didn't want us to go away. They were so supportive and they were here and they were buying carry out lunches and carry out food and, you know, even taking home for their families. It was remarkable. And so we survived a tough time. I think we came out stronger.
So are there any additional food safety tips that you guys take in your kitchen and even in the restaurant?
You know, Lauren, I think that one of the strong points through the coronavirus, the COVID-19, was wash your hands, wash your hands. And I, 100% agree with that. It should have been done even before that. And people, again, don't take that serious enough. Wash your hands after touching anything that could be, bacteria laid. And, and again, like I mentioned before, we've always done that. It's not just because this outbreak hit. You wash your hands. You wash your hands. Obviously, in the restroom, you wash your hands before you eat, after you eat, before you go shopping or after you're done shopping, because you're touching items even in the grocery store. Your hands should be clean. So that can't be that can't be stressed enough, in my opinion. It can't be stressed enough.
Yeah.
That was a good point too to bring up. Thank you. I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
I love what I do. This is my home, and I tell you, the people that you look at that are working here, other than a couple of the younger kids, because that I kind of transition through when they go to college. Then I say, okay, who do you want? Who do you recommend, refer?
Yeah.
But my servers, my cooks, my chef, my bartender, they've been with me 10 years. Not many people in this community can say that. And I'm so proud of that because they know they're part of something special.
It's a family.
It is a family.
Yeah.
And, because of that, we are kind of all in. We're all in. So.
Thanks, Cristy. And thanks to our sponsors, Barletta Boats, the Rex and Alice A. Martin Foundation, and Welch Packaging for supporting Lab in a Bag.